This podcast was created on Hubhopper Studio. Hubhopper is India's leading podcast creation platform, which will give an overview of the best podcasts of India. You can visit studio.hubhopper.com or download the mobile app on the Google Play Store. Click on the link in the episode description or visit studio.hubhopper.com for further updates. It can also help you to know how to begin a podcasting journey. You all remember the Deepika Padukone film named Chapak, which released in 2020? It was about an acid attack victim and how she stands for others who went through a similar traumatic experience.
Again, a beginning which makes no sense about your topic.
Shut up! I'm pretty sure that many of my listeners, who are definitely intelligent, have already understood what I'm trying to say. Anyways, getting back to where I was, one of my friends was talking about the film Chapak. So I interrupted her and said that the movie isn't well made. There are so many flaws in it. Now immediately, that friend of mine got angry and told me that how acid attacks are a big issue and every single person should be aware about it. I can't simply dislike the film. Why? Why exactly can't I dislike a film? I am disliking a cinema does mean that I don't like the screenplay, I don't like the acting, the cinematography, the setting, etc. And it doesn't mean that I am demeaning the true essence. I never said I am not aware about the issue or how is it a major problem all around. But let's take its representations as mere representations and hence criticize them when they are not up to the mark. And this doesn't stop within the work of arts itself. Even if a person or even an intangible object seemingly represents a strong ethical idea, we should definitely feel free to criticize him or her or it. And more importantly, if you don't support them in particular, it doesn't mean that you don't support the idea.
Looks like you have had some personal experiences.
Nothing very personal though, but I have seen people taking advantage of their position. I'm beginning from a very basic level. You remember those Facebook posts which said, if you trust the God, you must like this post. They're still prevalent, but earlier people didn't have much idea and these posts directly triggered human faith and devotion. Now tell me, seriously, what does a Facebook post has to do with your devotion towards the Almighty? The most irreligious person can like it and the most religious person can simply ignore it. But that doesn't determine their faith. And this game is used by many creators, performers, and so many others. I'm really sad to say this. I have seen filmmakers who use their agenda in a way that makes it look like if you don't watch the film, you are against the idea.
It's not something only you have seen. Everyone has seen.
Well, yes. Now that's something really cheap. If you want people to watch your film, make your content better, not just uselessly point fingers at people claiming them to be irrational. I have seen many people who belong to a certain community or gender and think that whatever they do has to be accepted by people wholeheartedly. Now, that's not right. If they do something wrong and you tell them on face, you are blaming the person for his fault. You're not blaming the bigger community or agenda or whatever you call it. And if someone deliberately misinterprets it, you can't do much about it. They just think themselves too woke and smell debate in everything. I know many such people. One day I will have the guts to name them.
No, but if you really like a concept, you will like its various representations. Why will you not have a taste for them?
You may like, but it can't be made a compulsion. If time comes, you should feel free to criticize it. And more importantly, people should understand that if you are criticizing, you are doing an appraisal of the representation of the idea. Be it a film, person, or anything. You are not talking about the idea in particular. It works other way around too. If you don't support a notion and like its representations, it doesn't make you a hypocrite. So that day, me and my friend went to watch a drama which was outright leftist. Now, after the show ended, my friend asked me, "Oh, you must not have liked this because you are not from the extreme left wing." Does it make any sense? Absolutely not. Why do I need to be from the left wing, extreme left wing, to like an extreme left wing drama? I can love the drama if I love the acting, lighting, music, storyline, as I described for the film before. Okay. Now, you may say that an extreme right-wing person won't certainly like it, but that's completely different. Let's not talk about that. Though I think that, especially when it comes to artistic representations, they should be assessed at its aesthetic value. Anyways, certain extreme beliefs may prove to be exceptions though.
But you can't deny that you will be biased towards the notional representations you like.
Well, that has to be true for anyone. Your ideologies define your choices. What you follow is what you preach and you seek in everything. But be open to other things too. Otherwise, you will miss out a lot many experiences. Also, if you don't explore, how can you develop tastes? Well, that's not my core topic today. What I should additionally cover is about the false representations of your most liked notions. If you are not open, you won't understand which is true and which is false. Let's consider you take a stand for the poor and the underprivileged people. You try to help them in every possible way. But when you blindly start following your notion, people will definitely come and take advantage of your innocence. You remember those old stories of philanthropists who helped the poor and some relatively privileged people came and took his help. We can see this in the present scenario too, but let's not talk about it and let's not make it controversial. Okay, let's not follow our conceptions blindfolded. That's the point. That's the whole point. Rather be educated and analyze everything meticulously. And just imagine people holding you responsible for not approving or praising the problematic representations. The earlier you understand that representations aren't absolutely accurate is when the world will start healing. There's always a misinterpretation for an impeccable interpretation. Delineation of serious topics can be toxic too and can seemingly disrespect the actual idea. You need to understand that. Learn these things because this can ensure at least some peace in this already messed up world. If you go for a debate, fine. But a debate is successful only when the winner learns something from his competitor. That's all, my friends. Take care. And yes, be afraid of the pandemic, but don't panic. The world won't heal. It will just keep getting worse. Make yourself stronger and prepared to fight through every single thing, every single obstacle. Goodbye.